This is a very sad news for Chelsea as a club and Mykhailo Mudryk and his family, because Mykhailo Mudryk has been charged by FA, that's the Football Association, with violating anti-doping rule due to the presence of a banned substance found in his urine. You remember that in October, Mykhailo Mudryk was tested positive for using a banned substance, and that substance is called meldonium, and it is known as a banned substance that is used to enhance performance, or is a performance enhancing drug that most athletes use, which is banned by the World Anti-Doping Agency. So after his urine was tested positive for using this banned substance, he was provisionally suspended in December 2024. So he was not actively involved in the football activities. He was not playing for Chelsea. He was not doing anything closer to football activity. Rather, he was home, hoping that everything will come out clean, until today that he has been officially charged for using this banned substance in his body. However, Mykhailo Mudryk, after he was tested positive, he denied, based on the fact that he did not knowingly use any substance that is being banned by the Football Association. And that is why the investigation has been going on for a couple of months now. So after Mudryk denied the allegation that he has been using a substance called meldonium, another sample was taken. So that's the sample B. However, the results is yet to be disclosed to the public. But he's been charged, and he is likely to face a 4-year ban, or he will be banned for 4 years. This is why Mudryk can be banned for at least 4 good years. There is something we call strict liability. So the FA, or the Football Association, has this anti-doping rule, which says that if any substance is found in your body through testing of urine or blood, you are liable for it, whether or not you deliberately used the products. So that is the weird aspect of this rule, because if it is found in your body, no matter what you do, you will be charged with violating of anti-doping rule. And Mudryk is no exception, because you remember that Paul Pogba was also tested of using a banned product or drug in his body, and he was charged 4 years. But later on, he appealed to the High Court of Sports, which later on it was reduced to 18 months, and currently he is back, or he served that 18-month ban, and he's officially banned. So that's one of the things that Mudryk is likely to face. However, he is saying that he is not guilty, or he has not knowingly used any product like this, does not exempt him from being banned. That is the rule, which is there, and you cannot do anything about it. Whether or not you have used a product without your knowledge, or with your knowledge, you would not be exempted, or you are not. It's like you will face it. You will face the law, and that is the rule. That should tell you that the rules and regulations governing the use of abused or burnt substance, it is very high, and it's very unfortunate that Mudryk, when he moved to Chelsea, having spent not more than 1 year at Chelsea, he's being found guilty of using a banned product. That's very surprising and unfortunate for us as a Chelsea family, and Mudryk as an individual and athlete, because he's a professional. And if you're a professional and something like this happens to you, it is mind-blowing, you understand? And one of the factors that triggered the investigation of Mudryk's testing, or investigation into Mudryk's abuse of substance, is the fact that It seems it was allegedly administered in his body outside Chelsea's duty, that is abroad. So at the time that this substance was administered in his body, he was not on Chelsea duty at all. So it could be that either it was ingested in something that Mudryk was not really aware. That is why these footballers must be very careful with the kind of things they take in, where they go. You see, sometimes you can be happy and decided to go and chill. You see, sometimes out of stress. So a little drop of such substances can trigger things in your life. And for all you know, the FA, they have a routine and random checks or random testing, either by blood or urine. And so these athletes must be aware that, Charlie, you've got no choice but to you stick to your professional career. And the intake of alcohol, intake of certain, drinks and what have you, can render your life to such scrutiny. And Mudryk is no exception. He's not exempted, even though he's being pleaded like he's not guilty at all. But since the sample A proved or tested positive, you will face the law. Like I said earlier on, Paul Pogba also faced a similar problem. So, and if initially was given 4 years, but later he said 18 months, depending on how well you appeal to the High Court of Sports. High Court of Sports. They will think, okay, because you have pleaded no guilty and because of one or two factors, we will reduce the ban from 4 years to 2 years or to 18 months, because the maximum number of years that an athlete is found guilty of using a banned product such as meldonium is 4 good years, unless otherwise proved not guilty. And yes, that is why you can save less than 4 years. That is the standard maximum years you can save as a football athlete who have abused or violated anti-doping rule governing the football world. So this is a very bad news for Chelsea, because Chelsea really spent a lot of money on Mykhailo Mudryk, about 70 million pounds, moving from Shakhtar Donetsk to Chelsea. And for him to be banned or for him to be facing such suspension, it is a big blow for him and the club as well, even the family, the stigmatization that he will go through. Because as a professional, you wouldn't want to be associated with a substance that you know clearly that when you abuse or when you use such products, such drugs, such substance, you will be banned. You realize that something like this can ruin your career. And if care is not taken and he is not able to appeal to the High Court of Sports, it means he will be serving 4 years. And you can imagine serving 4 years outside football. If you are not careful, you can easily give out no, after 4 years, I won't play football again professionally. And it looks like your life will never be the same again when it comes to the football aspect or the football career. And we hope that Mykhailo Mudryk will get a perfect lawyer who will deliver very well for him, so that even if he will be banned, it wouldn't be 4 years, but rather a few months, so that he will come back to his post and deliver. Because if Mykhailo Mudryk has deals with sponsors such as Adidas, Nike, Umbro, what have you, or he's an influencer for a certain brand, all these brands are going to withdraw from Mykhailo Mudryk. So that should tell you the severity of this act, or if you violate this act or rule, anti-doping rule, which is set up by the World Anti-Doping Agency, you have no choice, but rather to subject your body, soul, and spirit to the scrutiny of the FA. But we wish Mudryk the best, that at the end of the day, he will come back and do justice to football, because we know the kind of person he is, how he's able to outrun opponents, his smartness, his speed, his pace. Oh, please. The guy is good. But it is what it is. Nobody is above the law, and Mudryk must also face it. But we wish him the best. Yes, so this is the sports vibe. We talk about sports, everything related to football. Don't forget, my name is Wizzy, and this is your sports channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, follow us on all social media platforms. Yes, this is your word of sports. I will see you in the next one.